Hello, creeps.
All right, welcome back to Fright Night Flicks. You're here with Dan and Darren.
What's up, guys?
What is up? Today we are finishing the Scream franchise with the 2023 Scream numero 6.
This franchise.
Dude, it's a little bittersweet. We've been on quite the journey, and thanks to everyone for hanging out with us, because it's been actually pretty fun. And the new one's coming out next year, so we're done with the franchise for now, but we'll be picking it back up.
Yeah, we'll just tack it on when it shows up. I mean, and the next one has Stu Macher, apparently, right?
There's lots of rumors, but I think that one is confirmed, which makes me think, like, how are they going to put him in the movie?
Well, there seems to be quite a few Easter eggs in this movie about it, which makes me even think that it for sure is probably happening.
But the interesting thing is the directors that did this movie, Scream 6, are not doing the new one, so which actually I'm happy about. But
oh, yeah, we'll get into it. The last two movies have been interesting. We'll just say that. But before we jump in, special thanks to all you that are our members. We appreciate you guys. Yes, thank you. And if you are interested in becoming a member, click that little join button, choose the tier that's right for you. We have things like we have an extra bonus podcast we do every month. You get early access to episodes. We have an after pod where we talk nonsense. Like this week, we're going to do the Scream rankings. And we're going to talk a little bit about Stu Macher's return.
And the bonus episode this month, Trolls 2.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me.
Troll 2.
Sorry, you're right. Not Trolls 2. That's a different thing. Yeah, dude, that movie is hilarious, too. It's wild.
And if you guys don't have the extra cash, I get it. But if you guys could leave a review on Apple or Spotify, give us 5 stars. Huge appreciation. And if you guys leave a comment on it, we'll read it on here, because those are the only, those reviews are the only ways to grow on those platforms. So the more reviews, the more we grow. Anyways, it's just greatly appreciated. And those of you who already left one, thank you.
Or just tell a friend too. That helps as well. And thanks for listening.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into this movie. So Scream 6 was directed by Matt Bettinelli and Tyler Gillette. Written by James Vanderbilt, Guy Busick, and Kevin Williamson. Rotten Tomatoes. This is crazy. Super high ratings. Critics 77, audience a 90.
Dude, I just don't understand how they got the 90. Even the 77 from critics. Okay, well, we'll get into my initial impressions here. This one is a lot different than any previous Scream movie, where now we're set in New York. So we're going to the big city. We've moved away from the sleepy little small Northern California town of Woodsboro, and now we're in New York City. And what really happens here is that we see Ghostface out in the public. Like, we see Ghostface attacks in stores, on trains, other places like that. So it's interesting in that way, where they're taking him and putting Ghostface, really, he can be anywhere and get you. It's not so much as like you're in the house, he gives the call, you play the little cat and mouse game. It's a little different. The twist I thought was incredibly lame. The characters I don't like at all. This is the one movie where I root for the killer.
Yeah.
I just straight don't like the characters. I don't know why. Not all, but most. So to me, a little let down. I didn't love the movie, and honestly, I kind of just think it's forgettable. It's just like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I actually liked going to New York. I thought it was kind of cool. It's interesting, and they do. So it is like a new setting, like you're in the big city, but they still have ties, like you're at the college campus, like you're at frat parties. So it has like vibes that are similar to the early ones, you know?
I didn't feel it though. I didn't feel like the fun vibe I get when I normally watch a Scream movie. Like with 1 and 2 and 3, it felt a little more fun. This one, and even 4, but this one I didn't get that. This one was dark to me and kind of disturbing, which I think they kind of went for.
Yeah, I don't know if I felt too much of that, but I don't know. Overall, I don't like Sam and Tara at all. Like, I don't think they're good characters, and I'm not necessarily knocking their acting, although I don't love some of that.
I don't think the acting's good.
But the writing for them, too. Like, there's a lot of them talking about their feelings and how they're going to get through this and how they're going to survive and how they're going to move on with their lives, and it's just like, I just don't care.
Yeah, it's like, do what you want with your emotions offset. Like, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just don't personally find the relationship interesting at all. I don't know. It is what it is. I would say I kind of was into this movie, like the first 3 quarters. I thought it was good. It kept me entertained. Then I feel like it really started to drag at the end. Like, once you get to that theater, when we get there, it's like, can we just get this over with, you know?
Oh, I completely agree. I just wasn't invested at all in this one.
Well, let's just jump into the breakdown. So we start off with a blind date. Yeah, professor of film studies is going on a blind date, and unfortunately the guy she's waiting for is lost. So he calls her on the phone. He's telling her like, hey, I don't know what street I'm on. She's telling him where he's at, but for some reason it's just like not meshing.
Yeah, and again, they're in New York City. So she's at the bar in New York. She's going to go outside. It's busy. And she ends up taking a little walk down the alley.
Yes, now she's hesitant to go down this alley, but when Jason, who's the guy she's waiting for, gets attacked while he's on the phone, that sends her just rushing into this alley.
Well, we have to say, like, Jason's like leading her into the alley. He's saying, hey, I'm in the alley. Do you see me? And she's like, no, I don't see you. And he's like, well, that's weird. I don't see you either. Which again is like, why? That doesn't make sense. If someone ever tells you they're in the same place as you and they can't see you, one of you's lying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say it, like any girl, heck, any guy, just don't go down an alley by yourself. Like, it's just a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, whatever. Anyways, this leads to her getting ambushed by Ghostface and brutally attacked, murdered, right?
Dead.
Not the shocking part.
No.
As soon as the Ghostface kills her, he pulls off the mask for the reveal and shows his face right away. So we see the killer for the first time in any of these movies.
Yeah, and at that point I'm thinking, okay, are we going to be following the killer the whole way through?
That would be weird.
Because you know how they do these movies. Each time they try to do a different spin on something. And I thought, what if you're following the killer the whole time through it?
Knowing who it is the whole time.
Maybe that's Scream 7 now. Because that's not going to happen in this one.
No, but that's not a bad idea. That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like, you know who the killer is the whole time.
Yeah, you just get to watch their work.
Maybe you don't know who his partner is, though.
You got to have a twist in there, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. He ends up walking back to campus where he runs into Tara. Now, Tara is at college, and Sam's there too. Tara, though, is like in her full acting out phase of like college freshman, wants to be wild, ready to be free. Does a lot of stupid stuff.
I mean, you get it. She's been through some traumatic stuff, so now she's ready just to have fun, live life. No regrets, bro. YOLO.
Jason ends up returning to his apartment when he gets a phone call from Greg. And you may be wondering, who is Greg? Well, Greg is his killing partner. You see, Greg and Jason were planning on killing Tara and Sam. Jason just got a little excited and wanted to get a little kill out early, so he did this to the teacher. All right?
He jumped the gun, yeah.
He jumped the gun. So now I say it's Greg. That's who Jason thinks it is, but it's actually, I mean, he's talking to Ghostface. So Jason apologizes for killing the teacher. He knows he shouldn't have done it, but he just had to. Turns on to some Jason Manhattan. I just like the touch. They're obviously calling Jason went to Manhattan. They're in New York.
Yeah, they're giving it a nod. Yeah. We know what's going on here.
I appreciate that.
Sure. And
then he explains how murdering feels. And I'll just say, not a lot of remorse with this guy.
This dude's stone cold. You don't feel bad at what's going to happen to him. I got to point out, so what we're seeing here is these two guys are, I'm assuming the other one's Greg is a guy. That's stupid.
Well, he is a guy.
Yeah.
You don't have to assume.
These guys are obsessed with Stab Movie, and they're wanting to keep the legacy going.
Greg now wants to play a little game of warmer or colder for Jason to find him, all right?
Okay, hold on. Warmer or colder?
Yeah.
Isn't it hot or cold?
I think he says warmer or colder.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
But I think you're right. I think I wrote that word. Greg wants to play a little game of hot or cold. Is it hot or cold?
Hot or cold is what it's normally called. I don't know what they called it in the movie.
Well, Greg wants to play a little game of hot or cold with Jason here. This ends with Jason finding Greg's body
disassembled.
There it is in the fridge. Like, it's like a head's over here, the arm. He's like shoved into this thing. So that's where he realizes, obviously, Greg's not on the phone.
No, which is it's very interesting. Now we're seeing the killer get hunted by a different Ghostface. And right off the bat, the violence, just the brutality of what you're seeing in the fridge, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was a lot. Well, but then Ghostface just stabs Jason to death, and he's gone.
Do you feel like an animal, Jason?
I mean, let's just talk about this whole opening. This is like a whole new thing. You have a killer being killed by a killer.
Yeah, and I would say it was effective because it surprised me. And it surprised me when I knew a surprise was coming. So I thought that was cool. It was fun.
Yeah, I thought it was actually good. I mean, dude, this is the 6th movie. How are you going to make them interesting still? And I thought it was interesting, although it is a little far-fetched. I mean, like, how many killers can you have in a movie? Like, because at this point, that's 5 people who are going to kill 2 girls.
Yeah, but
I just gave something away, but we'll just move on to that. So we cut over to Sam, who's with her therapist, all right? Now, all you need to know from this, now on social media, she's been pinned as the killer, and Richie was now the innocent one. And what that's going to, like, turn out, or what that's going to result in this movie, is basically some college kids that throw drinks on her and call her a killer from time to time.
Yeah, there really isn't much, other than the fact that we're just seeing the repercussions from what happened. And honestly, though, what does she expect? She stabbed Richie like 20 times.
Yeah, and I mean, she tells the therapist that she enjoyed doing it. And, well, actually, and the therapist threatens to turn her in, which is like, I don't think you can do that, but whatever.
That's when I honestly was out. One, Sam's acting, not great.
It's rough.
And when I got out that I'm Billy's daughter, this crazy rumor started online that I orchestrated the whole thing and framed them.
By the way, she won't be in the next movie, so either will Tara, so there you go.
Thank God.
Her acting wasn't good. Also, this scenario with a therapist didn't really make sense. It wasn't believable. I'm like, okay, so he gets her to open up, and then the therapist is like, this is too much, get out.
Yeah, you're a psychopath. I need to turn you into the authorities.
Yeah, I'm like, what? No.
I don't think that's how therapy works.
Nah, it's stupid.
Anyways, Sam ends up going to her apartment, and we immediately meet Gwen. So Gwen's one of her roommates there. Now, she's boning in the room, and this does lead to a pretty funny scene in the movie. I don't know if you thought this was funny.
I don't remember it.
So Gwen steps out of her room. Again, there's a lot of noise going on. And asks Sam if they're being a little too loud. Sam says, "Is that Paul?" And then you hear a random guy in the background go, "Who the F is Paul?"
Is that Paul?
Dude, I did love that part.
It's just like the way that this guy who's not in the movie just responds to that.
It was funny the way he said it, too.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
It was good.
Then we cut over to the frat party where we get like most of the cast here, and they're living it up. And I like the vibes here because we got some Too Short playing.
Oh, was it?
Of course.
Ah, I missed it.
You can't be mad about that.
Nah.
So
great party vibes.
Yeah, so Chad and Mindy are back, and Mindy's got a new girlfriend named Annika. Don't get too attached. Tara now is on the path to destruction, all right? She's just looking to do bad things here. She meets a guy named Frankie. Now, Frankie looks like a dude, and I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong. Like from Locked Up Abroad, have you ever seen that?
No.
You've never seen Locked Up Abroad? It's where people like get in trouble with drugs and get arrested and sent to prison.
Is that a movie or is it real?
It's a show. It's real.
Oh, no.
But he looks like, to me, he looks like one of those dudes who like has that plan, like, hey, like a really friendly guy, like, hey, everyone does it. Just take one of these, you make a ton of money, and all you have to do, like, no one's ever gets caught. And next thing you know, you're in like a Netherlands prison, you know?
I mean, man, you really dove into his character.
Dude, he
here.
looked like it. Just untrustworthy, you know?
He did look shady.
Sorry, bro, I didn't catch that.
So Frankie starts to take Tara upstairs, all right? They're going to go, and she's totally down. But Chad comes over to save the day, and they get into like a little altercation, all right? Then Sam shows up and tasers Frankie's nuts.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I'm just gonna tase you in the balls real quick.
I mean, he did seem sleazeballish. I agree. But he said, "You want to go up to the room with me?" And Tara obviously was in on it. But dude, it was like, this guy just got tased for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, off the facts, yes, he totally seemed like a sleazeball. But the facts are, he invited a girl up to the room. She was totally down to go up. And then he got assaulted.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I guess we're seeing where they're at. Like, Tara is wild. And that is just, again, just a stupid move. Like, how could she do that? She's been almost killed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't know she's in a Scream movie, though. You know
She
what I'm
doesn't.
saying?
No, she
She's being a
doesn't.
college girl. Is that what you guys do? I don't know.
Okay, I gotta just say this, though. I did love Chad's outfit, the shirtless cowboy.
That's bold, dude.
I personally, I think Chad's like the best character in the movies. Tara ends up getting mad at Sam for being overprotective, and that's like a common theme in the movie. I'm not even going to talk about it much more. It comes up over and over again, and then you guys know how this arc goes, right? Overprotective, gets mad, pushes her away a little bit. At the end, they come back together. There it is. Anyways.
We're done with the review.
Yeah. We go back to the apartment, and we learn that Gwen's brother had passed away at some point, which made her dad transfer. He's in the NYPD. He transferred to be closer to her.
Well, he transferred to the NYPD.
Yes, true. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like the connection. So Gwen and the detective who's going to be on these cases, father, daughter.
Brother lost.
Brother lost.
Interesting. Dude, once you watch these things, it's so obvious.
I know. After seeing the ending, I'm like, okay, yeah. Anyways, Tara and Chad, all you need to know, they have a little love connection, all right?
This was weird, too. It kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't see any building of this in the last movie. Now they just kind of like throw it in here.
Tara just seems like young to me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm old.
She's tiny, too.
Yeah, maybe that's why. She seems like younger than the rest of them, like a lot younger when she's really not that much younger.
Yeah, I just don't like her in this movie.
Yeah, true. Now, that's not the only little love connection going on here because Sam has a secret relationship with Danny. What are your thoughts on Danny?
Dude, there's some times where he's talking and I don't even understand what emotion he's going for.
Dude, I'm sorry. This guy is terrible. Like, this is a bad actor. Like, and not only that, he doesn't need to be in this movie.
Irrelevant. Absolutely no need at all. And they hide the relationship. It's like, why? I get why they built it in, like their reasoning for it. But like you said, there's no purpose to him other than the ladder scene. We needed a way to get from one building to the next.
Yeah, dude.
That's the only reason he's in the movie.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But like his acting, it's like confusing.
Hey, Sam, you smell like grape juice.
Just to say
lick
that?
it off your body. No, he does the weird grape when she got juice thrown on her. Just, I'll play it for you. It's weird.
Little thing. It's not a big deal. I just can't help but notice that you're covered in cherry Coke.
Listen to some of the lines. It's crazy. Anyways, the friends end up learning about the murders of those dudes from the film class. So now we know the killer's back in town. Gwen's dad, Detective Bailey, ends up finding Sam's license at the crime scene. So the detective is like the only guy who seems to be working this case.
Yeah, no other cops really interact with anyone.
Other than an FBI agent, we'll get to it. But yeah, it's the only New York cop working this like serial killer case. Anyways, and it just happens to be Gwen's father.
And this has happened before where there seems to be a disconnect between the police officers working on the case and everyone else.
Detective Bailey calls Sam down to the station. On her way, she gets a call from Richie. Well, it's from Richie's phone, which it's Ghostface on it. And then I'm like thinking of like, who would have access to Richie's phone?
Indeed, Daniel. And when you find that answer, you've solved the mystery.
So Ghostface explains he killed the guys who were going to kill her, and then he pops out and grabs Tara, all right? They get in a little struggle, but Tara breaks free. I should have said Sam and Tara are together. They break free. They run into a packed convenience store.
Bodega. Yeah. We just learned this.
Yeah, it must be a New York thing. I don't know. Anyways, Ghostface shows up. So you think they make it into this bodega and they're going to be like safe because there's a ton of people in there. But Ghostface. Oh.
Well, no, I'm just going to piggyback that here. If you take a breath, catch a bubble. Typically, when Ghostface sees other people, or maybe the victims go to a crowded area, Ghostface runs away. They don't want to get caught. Ghostface is afraid of human interaction.
Well, I mean, I think it's just like when you're a murderer, maybe being around a ton of people isn't a great idea. But we saw this with the writing. In the last one, he murdered the cop, the chief. I forget her name. But he murdered her right in front on the street in broad daylight.
Oh, yeah, you didn't like with the house.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah. So he shows up at this bodega, immediately stabs a dude in his chest, almost gets a shotgun round into him from the clerk because the clerk pulls out a shotgun, blasts him, but of course he disappears and gets away. He ends up disarming the clerk, blows off the clerk's head. Again, pretty gruesome there.
Yeah, and the main thing I'm seeing is this freaking Ghostface. That's gonna be in our store. Toothpaste.
Ghostpaste. For all your ghostly cavities.
No, Ghostface is freaking a monster in this one. At times, he is very powerful, and in this scene especially, I noticed he seemed to be very proficient with that shotgun.
Yeah, I mean, you blew off the dude's head.
Yeah,
now,
and it is scary because the girls are hiding behind aisles or whatever, and it's like an active shooter situation.
Yeah, it totally is. And honestly, in this case, I'm like, they're dead. Like, 99% of the time, you're dead here. Like, if someone's trying to kill you, they have a shotgun. There's only 2 aisles in this place.
They do a great job of hide and seek, though.
I mean, some would say too good.
Yeah.
Impossibly good, one might say.
I think so.
Anyways, they end up knocking a shelf onto Ghostface, run outside just as the cops pull up, and Ghostface is gone. No, but Detective Bailey brings him back in for questioning and reveals that Richie's mask was at the first crime scene. So what you're going to see, each crime scene is going to be a new Ghostface mask that happens to correlate with the movies, working from newest to oldest.
Is that what was the purpose? Just to drop different masks off?
I'm sure there was some broader meaning, but
sometimes
whatever.
they threw too much in here to where I'm like, I'm not even going to pay attention because I'm bored with that. So we're moving on just like I moved on.
Well, the mask apparently from the Bodega was Charlie Walker and maybe Jill's. I don't know.
So that was 4.
Yeah, so it was like they've hit the 5th Scream movie or Stab. Well, now I'm confused because are we going off Stabs or Screams?
Like I said, we can forget about this.
Okay, yeah, it's just, anyways, what you need to know is there's another agent on the case. Agent Kirby has shown back up.
Dude, you know what's funny too is I forgot that girl, what's her name?
Hayden Panettiere.
She hadn't acted in like 10 years.
Yeah, I read that. I didn't realize she like took a break.
No, because she was huge for a while. And then I guess she hasn't done anything. So I saw something with her and she said she was nervous doing this because it's been so long, but she did good, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, for the writing she got, I thought she did. Hey, Hayden, you did great.
It was good to see her back. Yeah.
I just kind of like her.
Yeah.
I mean, anyways, Sam and Tara end up getting ambushed by the media. They all like fled the police station, so they get released. Media's there, and where there's media, you're going to find Gail Weathers.
Now I'll say this. I like this version of Gail. She's back.
Don't hate it.
I like the Gail, the little pit bull, right? Just the maybe loose morals. She's going to do what she's got to do to get the story. This is the fun Gail. Welcome back.
Yeah, and I will say Gail pulls a move in this movie that is like probably the top tier fighting back move.
Dude, I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, so Gail ends up trying to question Sam, and Sam's pissed off at Gail, so she goes and tries to punch her, but Gail does a little duck out of the way, says, "Nice try, sweetie, but I've done this dance before, only to have Tara catch her with a cross." So,
hey,
boom.
Good twist. Because when Sydney punched her back in the day, she was ready for this one. She didn't remember the little sister there.
I just don't enjoy Tara's scenes. Like, even that, like, you're supposed to be like, huh? I mean, it is kind of funny, but I'm also like, it's almost like she tries to be tough, and I just don't buy it.
I can't explain it. I'm not like good at articulating these things. It's just I have no interest in her character.
Yeah, maybe that's what
I think I did a good job. That's it.
So what you need to know, Gail wrote another book about the last killers, so she's back on that book grind.
Back in the mix, dude. You got to cash checks.
Other thing you need to know, Sydney and Mark, they're with the kids. Sydney ain't returning to this movie.
Did we say, I can't remember in the last one if we said, but she's married to that detective, whatever, the guy from Grey's Anatomy.
Well, they don't say that, but it's assumed.
Oh, I thought that was like lore now. I thought that was said somewhere.
I don't know. Well, Neve Campbell didn't join this movie in reality is because of a salary dispute with Paramount.
Oh, dude, they tried to stiff Nave?
And I will say, Paramount, you're idiots. She would have been way better in this movie. In fact,
I disagree. I'd rather keep her out of this one.
You're right.
Keep my girl out.
Sydney,
bring it back for the next one.
Let's get her back. Yeah.
Let's run it back.
So let's go back to Sam's therapist, that dude we met briefly, all right? He gets a visitor at his front door, and it's like a stained glass door or something, whatever. Not stained glass, but he's trying to look through. There's like a figure. He gets closer, and we see it's Ghostface. And Ghostface stabs him in the face.
Boom.
Right in his face. And he's dead. Then he goes in and takes Sam's files. I don't remember why he did that.
I was thinking about it at the time too, when he took the files, I thought, well, who would need to get that information? Now, knowing who everyone is, I don't know why they needed that information.
I'm sure there's something that like makes sense there. I just don't remember.
Nah, whatever.
Anyways.
You knew the guy was dead though, because how he reacted when Sam was telling him her story, he didn't react like a normal person. So honestly, sorry, you gotta get out of the movie.
Now, the mask left at this crime scene is going to be Roman's from Scream, whatever.
Well, who cares? There's masks being left. Again, the DNA stuff. But part of me is like, who has the ability to get their hands on all this memorabilia? All this evidence?
By the way, all this memorabilia, when we get to the scene of the theater with all the memorabilia, they had to remake all that because they like didn't have anything from the previous movies. It had all been like scrapped.
Oh God. I heard him talk about remaking it because I started watching behind the scenes on this movie, and it is interesting listening to the actors and everyone talk about it, and especially that big scene where they have all the memorabilia there. But I can't listen to people talk about the movie because they all just try to promote the movie. Yeah. Like, oh, this is a new take and we're trying to do something different, but we're very collaborative. We work together. I'm like, I don't care. Just tell me something interesting.
All right, we cut back to the college for the kids' murder investigation. So this is the classic scene. All the friends get together and we like get the rules of the movie, right?
Sure.
So this is a sequel to the requel. We'll just go with that. Oh, wait, and it's a franchise.
Wait, this was in the college?
Yeah.
I don't even remember this scene.
This is Mindy. Mindy's leading it. They're back at like the college campus. They're doing the whole talk.
Okay.
All the friends are sitting around. Here's the rules you need to know. Everything's bigger, budget, kills. 2, expect the opposite of what happened last time. 3, no one is safe. The worst part is the main characters are completely expendable. And I'm going to tell you in this movie that is completely not true at all.
So these rules mean nothing.
Yes, these rules mean nothing because guess what? All your favorite characters, they'll be alive.
No
one
even,
dies.
I honestly don't even know who died in this one.
I can tell you, but we'll just get to it. 'Cause we're gonna run through
I
it.
know, I was being sarcastic.
Now, Ethan and Gwen get singled out as suspects. So Ethan is Chad's roommate, and Gwen is the girl that was boning in the room. She's not, I wanted to say Sydney, Sam's roommate. So they're new to the group. Being new to the friend group, obviously singled out possible suspects.
Makes total sense. Yeah.
Then there's also Annika again, who is Mindy's new girlfriend. The love interest, always a suspect. So those are really like the 3 new people.
Yeah, they're honestly, when this is going, I'm like, there's not many people to choose from. I don't think any of the core 4 are going to be a killer, right?
Right. All right, let's go back to the apartment. So Gwen's laying in bed with Ghostface standing over her. Now, the thing is, you're wondering, like, how could we see, like, why would we see that? Well, that's because Sam's boyfriend just happens to be in the apartment in the other building nearby, maybe 8 feet away, 10
Like,
maybe,
directly,
10 feet.
like across.
So he's watching Ghostface stand over Gwen. He's trying to yell, that ain't working.
Well, and everyone's in the apartment, too.
Well, the core 4 are in the kitchen with Annika.
Right.
So they're in there. So then the boyfriend tries to call Sam. She doesn't answer. And then this is where I was confused because he sent a group text out where somehow he had numbers of all the core 4 because they all get a simultaneous text, which shows his photo that he took from his apartment.
Oh, shoot. Is that what happened? How does that make sense? He did, unless they exchanged numbers, but they just found out who he was, right? Or do they even know who he is yet?
I don't even know if they know who he is yet.
Whatever. Confusing.
Anyways, so they jump up when they see this. They go to Gwen's room, but then she comes barreling out, covered in blood, followed by Ghostface. So we get an immediate like Ghostface attack here. Now, he gives Mindy a little like arm slash, which usually is the sign that like Mindy's in on it, you know? Usually you get the arm slash, but they've already faked us out with that in previous movies too.
Oh, that is so funny. These little rules that they've established and already broken.
Yeah.
So now they're established again?
You just don't know anymore.
I know.
But Annika gets a little belly stab. Not going to work out well for her.
That's going to be a fatal, well, it's going to contribute to the final blow.
Yeah. So Tara and Chad now split off from the group. They run down the stairs only to realize everyone's up the stairs. Really kind of dumb scene. I thought that was strange. They ran down, they run up, but now they're locked out of the apartment. Why they'd want to get back in there? Again, he's still going to be in there with a knife. Don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, you didn't grab a weapon, so you should probably just stay out and let life happen, bro.
Whatever happens, happen.
You got to let go and let Jesus take the will.
Nailed it. Now, Mindy, Annika, and Sam are all locked in the bedroom with Ghostface coming around. There was a funny moment, though, when Mindy was like kind of trying to get away from Ghostface. She went in the bathroom, and there was like a random dead dude in the bathtub. And she goes, F, that dude's dead.
Well, that was funny because I don't even know who that guy was.
Exactly. That must have been
The guy that girl Gwen was hooking up with?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We never even saw him, did we? Until then?
No, we didn't. But anyways, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And those were like the 2 funny moments that made me laugh. Both involving Gwen. Actually, both involve, you know what? That dude had like the funniest moments.
One alive, one dead.
And we only saw him dead.
Seemed like a great dude.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay, so now we're up on like the 5th story of this building, all right? They're locked in this room. Now, they really don't have any options. It's like there's a window and there's the door back with Ghostface until the boyfriend conveniently pulls out the ladder.
Which, you might wonder, why does he have a ladder in New York on the 5th floor? Sure, I don't know.
I just don't think that's a thing that happens.
And I mean, it's a long ladder.
You think you would have to take the ladder like can you fit that ladder in an elevator? If not, you're carrying that ladder up 5 floors for what?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Anyways.
Well, it does when you need to climb from building to building.
Yeah, so this ladder's conveniently long enough that it bridges the gap between the buildings. So we're going to have to like climb across it. Sam and Mindy, they both make it across just fine.
I'm going to tell you guys, not everyone makes it across. We have a Squid Game situation.
Well, Sam and Mindy make it across. Annika gets on, and she's already hesitant from the start. Like, I can't do it. Well, that's true, because she gets flung off to her death.
Yeah, Ghostface is doing the game where he's got the ladder on one side, the group has the ladder on the other side, and they're doing the moving it around, and yeah, she gets flipped off. Pretty brutal, dude. Hit the garbage can with her noggin, and she's out.
You know what? I thought probably too much about this, but I'm like, he was doing a lot of like shaking it. Wouldn't it be easier just to either like push it or pull it?
Well, you're very smart, because I thought the same thing. I'm like, dude,
No,
we don't need
very smart.
Thank you. We're both very smart. I completely agree. I'm like, yeah, the shaking, the turning it, that's one, takes a lot of strength. It's hard. All you gotta do is the push-pull method. As soon as you get them off rhythm, the ladder's gone.
Well, yeah, it's barely on the windowsills. So like if you pull it, it'll fall, or if you just push it, it'll fall.
Yeah, most likely you're going to be trying to get it off your side because they're not going to let go. So as you just do a pull, then a push, and then it's off your side, it falls down with her.
Honestly, I think I'd push and pull. I think I'd push their way to make them counter, and then I think you grab a rung, and I think a pullback would be easy.
Yeah, but I think they're going to be holding on, and at that point they're struggling. Then another push. They weren't expecting that.
Push or pull, leave it in the comments. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, she's totally dead. So Gil and Kirby show up to the crime scene. Again, the murders, the cops are there, normal stuff.
Kirby.
Gil's figured out now where all these masks are coming from. You see, the first 2 dudes that died, those horror fans, the horror fan killers, those were rich kids that rented a warehouse. And in this warehouse, they have memorabilia from every stab movie, like everything.
Which is really cool to see. That's all.
Oh, yeah. So it's like they have... And more importantly, what you're going to see a lot of is they have all the mannequins from all the Scream movies with the robes and the masks from each movie.
Yeah, I thought it was neat, but you know what? To be honest, I don't know why. Maybe it's just I'm tired from watching so many. I'm just like don't really care that much.
I feel like if you had like some years in between, you might be like, oh, that's really cool, you know?
Yeah, you're right. It's like I just watched all these movies, and it's like I get what they're doing. It kind of takes me out of the movie because I know they're just celebrating all the movies in the movie.
Yeah.
So whatever.
There's some cool stuff. Like there happens to be the TV that killed Stu Macher.
Interesting.
You may see that. Yeah. May talk about that a little more. And I did have a note here, by the way, this is halfway through the movie, because I was like, this is where it starts to like, I feel like this movie didn't need to be as long as it was.
I didn't like it. I didn't find it very interesting because honestly, the whole movie, they don't really do anything. They're just really going to place, and Ghostface shows up occasionally.
All right.
That's the movie. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's go over to the warehouse. So we get a little they go inside. They start looking around. There's like a Dewey memorial. A nice little touch, a little nod to Dewey. But Sam starts talking to Billy again.
Come on, Sam. You got to be excited to get our murder on again.
I can't stand it. I don't like the talking to her dead father. I like Skeet Ulrich. No offense, no shade there. But it's kind of lame.
Yeah, I like seeing him. I wish they could bring him in the movie, but I don't know that they can do it any other way than the way they just did. But it is lame. It doesn't make sense that this Skeet is that invested in his daughter. Is he a ghost or is she insane? You know what I'm saying?
I think she's just insane.
Because I guess...
I think you're supposed to take it as a ghost, but in reality, she's insane because I don't think ghosts are real.
Are you going to stand on that hill?
I think there's powers in this world, but I don't think you're going to be talking to a ghost.
Define powers.
Wait, I had something to say about if you want to bring Stu in, I have the perfect way. I want to see some Billy and Stu homemade footage. You can't do it because they're too old now.
Of doing what?
Like just like hanging out and being stupid, you know? Like talking to the camera and stuff.
Oh, that would be kind of fun. To see them, the young versions of them planning what's going to happen.
Something like that.
I thought about that. I'm like, what if they did a prequel?
Let's not even get into that.
You can't do it now. It's too far.
They do, like we talked, the TV that killed Stu, they see it, and Mindy says, if you believe he's even dead. Sorry, let me do that again. So they end up seeing the TV that killed Stu Macher. We've talked about it. And when Mindy sees it, like, no, how did somebody...
Let's go again.
Okay. So they end up seeing the TV that killed Stu Macher, and someone says, like, hey, that's the TV that killed Stu Macher. To which Mindy says, if you believe he's still dead.
Which brings up an interesting point. Did Stu die? Because that's the whole thing. It's like, we know he's going to be back in the new movie. It's pretty much leaked.
Well, I mean, that's the question.
It's not even leaked. It's everywhere. The question is, how is he coming back?
He got to be a killer. Let's not even get into that.
Well, no, because we don't know if he's dead. He could be dead. What if he comes back as a ghost to someone else? So you have Billy and him as ghosts helping the killer or the victims.
Oh, he's someone else's.
Oh, he's on the killer side. He's the ghost for one of the killers.
Oh, then you have Sam talking to Billy. It'd have to be like one of his.
I mean,
like,
this is so stupid. It would never work, but.
No, let's just move on. Anyways, Kirby and Mindy end up having a horror fan test, and here we go.
Oh, are you gonna test me?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we agree.
I won't look.
Well, you can look. It's not like a test like that.
Can I still close my eyes?
Sure. So they go, best Nightmare on Elm Street. They both agree original.
Oh, I gotta think about these. I don't think the original. Nightmare on Elm Street. I can't remember the other ones.
It's really hard to remember.
Dude, I don't remember any of them.
Like, I remember specific kills and stuff, but I do think it might have been the original.
I can be down with that. I just don't remember.
Okay, best Friday the 13th. Mindy says part 2. Kirby says final chapter.
I said Jason Lives.
You took mine.
No, I swear.
Oh.
We said that when we watched it. We liked that one a lot.
Yeah, that's like right up our alley. I think Jason Lives is the best one. Psycho 2 is...
forgettable.
I didn't watch it.
I don't even know. I don't think I've ever seen it.
They said underrated. Candyman OG or requel?
I haven't watched it, and I'm going to be honest. Oh, God, I'm going to go out there. I don't even think Candyman's that good.
We watched the original Candyman.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it's just older now. I think we liked it still.
It was okay. It's honestly boring. You could say that we liked it. I don't ever want to watch it again.
No.
Shout out to Tony. What is it, Tony? The guy Tony Todd? The guy who played Candyman?
Oh, I forgot his name.
He passed away. Sorry.
Okay, we got to get to one scene that none of you probably noticed this or cared, but this was a big deal to me. They have a scene in here where Tara actually uses her inhaler.
If you watch the last episode here, well, that's what we call our shows, episodes. Daniel talked about how the fact that Tara had an inhaler made no sense because they never showed her using it or needing it till the very end when it was part of the story, I guess.
Yeah, like she had to have it, so that's what kept her in the town. But you never see her use it or have like an asthma attack.
Well, they heard your complaints.
And they randomly have her use it in here, even though the asthma has nothing to do with this movie. So it's almost flipped to where it's like, oh, she has an inhaler, but she never like...
I think there was probably other people complaining. They're like, here, guys, fine. See, she's asthmatic. There you go. Yeah. We were right.
Yeah. And then they give some backstory on the mom. So the mom cuts
This is Tara and whatever the other girl's
Tara
name
and Sam's
is.
mom.
Yeah.
So the mom cut Sam off when Sam told Tara about Billy being her father. Sure. Then Tara cuts the mom off because the mom's not talking to Sam. And that's where I was like, I feel like, I know obviously we did the review far after these movies, but it's like, I feel like they're addressing the points, which obviously a bunch of other people must have had with like, where's this mom at, you know?
She's just a bad person. When I heard that explanation, I thought, oh, okay, she's going to be a killer at some point because there's something wrong with this lady.
Sure.
You have to think everyone's a suspect.
True. All right, so the Detective Bailey comes up with a plan now to find this killer. This is going to consist of Sam and Tara walking in a park, waiting for a phone call, while Kirby and the friends are in the van waiting to trace a call. Very similar to I think it's Scream 2.
Yeah, we're doing the Randy situation, which did not work out well for him.
No, this is where Randy died.
And I think they even referenced that.
Yeah, Mindy brings it up. Well, it does work, though, that she gets a phone call. They trace it, but it's coming from Gail's apartment. This causes Sam and Tara to steal the detective's car.
Hey, get out of my car. What do you think you're doing? That's an official vehicle. Hey!
Should we use the sirens? Did you really think we were going to steal a police car and not use the sirens?
Dude, this made no sense at all.
Like
these girls jump in his car and take off as if A, they have a relationship where that would ever be okay. B, no, I mean that's really it. No, you can never take a cop car like that.
You don't steal a cop car.
I have another point, but I can't give it away yet. So
okay, very weird. I thought that was just like really dumb. Like you can't like why would you not bring the cop who's right there with you?
Yeah, he could drive it better, has more access, can make, you're actually hamstringing yourself here. You have a guy with all these resources and you just left him.
Like he has guns.
And it's not like they're far. He's just like, I don't know, 10 yards away.
Not far at all. Not far enough.
That's the stuff that makes me be like, dude, F this movie. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that either. Anyways, Ghostface now calls Gel. Gel's got a new man in the house with her. Again, don't get too attached. Anyways, he mentions, I thought this was really interesting. Gel and Ghostface never have actually talked on the phone before.
Hello, Gail. Strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone. This is long overdue.
I agree.
I like that when Ghostface actually tells us, really, it's letting the audience know, hey guys, this is the first time I've talked to Gel.
And you don't really, I mean, it makes sense because she's usually like a side character.
Yeah.
But I thought that was cool.
It's so weird how we consider Ghostface, at least I do, as a person. Like there is a Ghostface who's been in all these movies.
It's like you talk about him as if it's the same guy.
Yeah, no, it's obviously sometimes it's multiple, maybe even 3. I don't know.
Maybe even 4. Who knows?
I'd like a movie where everyone's Ghostface but one.
Yeah, I don't. All right, so Ghostface now with Gel takes out her man quick. He's gone. Then attacks Gel. This leads to a chase where Gel runs to her safe, pulls her gun out, just blasts through her door. Again, good version of Gel. This Gel's kind of a badass. Like the Sydney, like the Delta Force Sydney, where she's just popping through doors, clearing as she goes.
Dude, I do. I love it. She's got that final woman. She's in her later years.
Got that Gilf energy.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
So Gel goes out into the apartment, but Ghostface is gone now. But then he calls her back. Now, this is where I thought Gel had a badass move. She puts him on hold, does like a star 69 on him.
Dude, old school. That's what it calls back whoever just called you guys.
Yes, which then makes his phone ring, which is in the closet, and she just starts blowing holes in it.
Can you hold, please?
Huh?
Genius move.
Like, again, one of the best moves of any character in Scream. So she goes to open the door, but Ghostface pops out, stabs her in the chest. Gil ends up knocking him out at some point, takes his knife, but as she's going to stab him, he pulls out a second knife, stabs her. She takes the stomach stab. Then Sam and Tara arrive. He's gone.
Yeah, he disappears. Real quick, I just want to talk about tactics. She knew where Ghostface was. She called him, the phone rang, she shot in there. You don't need to ever go open the door. He's got to come out, or you can just keep shooting and then just run away.
Yeah, I would say empty the clip. Well, maybe leave like a bullet or 2.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah. Or just leave the room too.
Yeah, those are all different and possibly better solutions. But yeah, so it looks like maybe our girl's done.
It does look like she's done because she's talking to Sam and she says, "Tell Sydney he never got me." And then the life like slowly fades away.
But you knew when the detective says, "Hey, she's got a weak pulse." I'm like,
it's not the detective.
Whatever. They were the paramedics.
The paramedic arrives and it's like, and you see like you're waiting because it was set up as like, okay, this is like her final line. But then she's like, she's got a weak pulse. And I'm like, oh my God, nobody's dying.
Yeah.
Nobody. Not that I wanted Gel necessarily to die, but it's like, come on, like you got to kill someone.
And it gets worse. This is just the beginning
This is
of
the beginning.
non-deaths.
All right, well, let's move on.
But I am glad she's in. She did do good in this movie.
Yes. All right, so Tara now comes up with another plan. This time they're going to lure the killer to like a secure location, trap him inside, then they're going to kill him. And the detective's totally on board with this plan. No problem with this at all. They set the location. It's going to be back at that theater with all the memorabilia, that stuff, right?
Seems like an interesting idea to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, this whole movie seems like just wild plans, things that don't really make sense.
Yeah, you could do this. And as a cop, it's like, yeah, you're probably going to have like a whole force of people in there, like some SWAT teams.
No.
Dude.
No. We got to go as a group. Only the people we trust together. You can't let anyone else know about what's going on. The outside world will never know.
But in order to get there, we first have to take the subway, all right?
God.
The problem is, as soon as they go to the subway, they all get disconnected. Mindy and Ethan end up on a separate subway. Again, Ethan's Chad's roommate.
It's like one of those Chinese train stations. You ever seen those videos where they're packed in like sardines?
Oh, dude, super tight.
I've never even been in a crowd as tight as this one.
You often go on subways?
No, I'm just saying I've never even been in a crowd where like the people are running into each other. They get lost. Of course, we have a split up situation. I'm just like, this is so stupid.
Yeah. Anyways, Mindy and Ethan end up on their own train. And I did think it was kind of funny because Mindy is very leery of Ethan and he's trying to be nice and like get close to her, but she's like making him stay far away from her the whole time.
That was fun.
I like that. To be honest, Mindy kind of grew on me a little this movie. I haven't really liked her too much, but she kind of grew on me a little.
She's hit and miss. I started watching it again. And sometimes I have to watch it a couple times because my initial impression isn't always the correct one.
No.
That's all. Yeah, she is better than I thought, but still not like, she's okay.
Now, the interesting thing about these trains, they are filled with people in horror costumes.
Which is awesome because obviously we're all horror fans here, I assume.
Yeah.
We're horror fans. And it's cool to see the different characters. I mean, because there's even Ghostface costumes.
There's Ghostface. I saw some like Pennywise balloons. I saw Hellraiser. I think the Shining twins were in there.
They were. There was a Freddy there too.
Yes, and most importantly, there are lots of flickering lights.
I honestly haven't been on a subway, I don't think. So does that really happen?
I mean, I don't think to the different intervals of just shutting off completely.
Well, and it plays into the scare, of course. So.
Okay, something else about this scene. This was a tribute to Wes Craven as well.
Why?
Well, they had a lot of characters from his movies. So some of the movies that the characters like in this train were from: The Last House on the Left, Deadly Blessing, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy, Deadly Friend, Shocker, People Under the Stairs.
Daddy and Child, they had... Well, who's Child?
Well, I must have been the girl or something from the movie.
Well, yeah, we remember
I didn't see it, but I saw this in Vampire in Brooklyn. So they referenced characters from the movies. I think that's cool.
That's neat.
Mindy ends up getting jumped by Ghostface, brutally stabbed in this train. I'm talking about like deep, long like stabs, right?
Yeah, it looked like he went in and like pulled.
Like, yes, like the internal organs just destroyed,
Lots
right?
like, gushing.
So anyways, that was during one of those extended light flickers. So Ethan ends up seeing her. Ghostface is gone now. He runs, helps her out.
Yeah, and I will say it was effective as far as the scare in that moment, and there's a lot of suspense involved in there because the light's going off and on, and you're seeing Ghostface get closer and closer. Then he's gone, then she gets stabbed and whatever. Yeah. Hey, guys, don't worry. She survives. It looked like she was going to die. She survives.
Not only does she survive, I don't even think she was stabbed. Like, you will see her at the end of the movie. She's running around. There's no bandages on her.
The girl's out there doing sprints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she took some deep, like crazy stabs.
I mean, I think that the way they portrayed that would have been a kill shot, or at least you're in the hospital for like a month.
Yeah, they missed something in that. Anyways, let's go back. Sam, Ellie, Chad, and Kirby now go to the theater. All right,
in finale time.
Oh, I thought you said an alley. I'm like, no, a theater. I forgot to mention too, the boyfriend's with him, but Sam is like, no, you're not part of the group. We don't really trust you. You can't come with us. I wish the directors would have just said that for the movie to this guy. But anyways, he's out of the movie now. All right. Once inside, they do a classic and just all of a sudden everyone just splits up. Even though they're here to lure the killer, none of them are worried about just splitting off and doing their own thing.
Well, no, but they shouldn't be worried because Kirby checked everything and it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
One way in, everything's checked. Interesting.
Is there really one way? Whatever. Anyways.
She said that.
Yeah, it was like she cleared the whole building. Anyway, Sam ends up going over to her Father Billy's little memorial doll mannequin, ends up talking to her dad, Billy, who tells her, hey, you need to clear this place. So she takes his knife and goes to clear. At this point, Sam is all by herself, okay? She gets a call from the detective who says Kirby actually isn't with the FBI because she was fired for being mentally unstable.
Oh.
So now their seeds planted.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was lost in this one, and I actually thought Kirby for sure was involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I'm thinking she survived the last kill. They didn't really... Last kill. She survived when she got stabbed, and they didn't really explain how that worked. So I thought, well, maybe the twist is going to be she was actually involved in that whole scene with the two other killers. I forget the Culkin kid and whoever. I thought maybe that's what they're going to play on, that she actually was bad from the beginning. But no, we'll see.
Yeah. So Chad and Tara now go to the concession stand. They finally kiss, only to have Ghostface show up and stab Tara in the back.
Oh.
The funny thing is, she was cock-blocked twice, and I think it was by the same person.
Oh, you think it was her friend?
May have been her friend.
That's really funny.
Okay, so Chad ends up knocking down Ghostface, and then they link up with Sam, only to have another Ghostface appear, and Chad knocks this one down as well.
Well, Chad's pretty strong.
Chad is destroying Ghostface. So they end up going back to the lobby where Chad knocks down yet another Ghostface with a cross.
Dude, this guy needs to be on the football team, dude. Starting linebacker here.
Just every Ghostface is getting just destroyed by this guy. But he goes for the finishing move. Now, I like the move. He grabs up like a bubblegum machine, goes overhead, but as he's about to throw it on the Ghostface head, another Ghostface shows up, knife stab to the side.
This part was awesome. I gotta say, I absolutely loved the double Ghostface kill.
Dude, I couldn't like it anymore.
And I should be clear, it's actually not a kill, it's an assault because, hey, Chad also lives. Probably the most brutal stabbing in the world's ever seen. He survived.
Dude, this was awesome. This was truly great. Like, so they get Chad in a kneeling position, and then they both are like stabbing him repeatedly together, right? And he's just taking stabs as he's on his knees.
It's like medium strength stabs. It's not all the way in, but it's like boom, in, out, in, out, in, out.
Yes, tons of stabbing. And then they do a choreographed knife cleaning whoosh, at the end. I thought it was great.
It was beautiful. And I liked Chad, but I'm like, dude, that's the way to send him out. That was a great job. Just like Dewey got a good kill, Chad's out. But again, he's not.
He's not. He lived somehow. He lived through that.
And I like him, so I'm okay with it, but not really okay with it.
No, yeah. So Sam and Tara, they end up getting surrounded by...
I wish they would have got stabbed.
So Sam and Tara end up getting surrounded by two of the ghost faces. When Kirby shows up with her gun, that scares them off, all right? But then the detective shows up with his gun. Him and Kirby have a standoff. He ends up shooting Kirby just as one of the ghost faces walking up behind him. You're thinking he's going to get stabbed. No. Big reveal, he's in on it.
Boom. And when you think about it, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, it's like, of course, he's like the only detective. He seems to like all of us. I mean, he's going along with all these stupid plans of theirs. Like, it's, come on. The reveal, the whole family's in on it. So Ethan is his son. That's Chad's roommate. Gwen is his daughter. You know, the one that got murdered? She didn't get murdered. Okay, so what he did, okay, he explains is what he did is he switched out her body with a fresh one.
So my first question is, where did he get a fresh body? And how did he switch that body out? Because that seems like a lot of work, lifting a body up. I mean, not to mention, I think people are going to see you too.
You got to carry a body up to the 5th floor, and you're going to be murdering these kids, and they know you're a detective. You can't be seen. That's tough.
The only way this would have worked is if they pre-stashed the body and then fake killed Tara, switched the body out. But dude, who are these cops to be like, well, that doesn't look like your daughter?
Well, what about all the kids too? They're like, who is this person? That's not Gwen.
Well, assuming they're going to look at the body.
I guess you're supposed to assume he's going to be the only one that's going to ever see the body, and he's going to identify that as his daughter.
Because that is how murders usually work. One person gets to see the body, and that's it. Second person's got to pay.
Yeah. So the other big reveal of this is that this is Richie's family.
Okay, I thought this was cool because now going back to the beginning when Ghostface killed the fake killers, well, they were real killers, but when he killed them, he said... like, basically, he didn't care about the movie, and it makes sense now. It's like, these guys weren't ever in it because the movies, they don't care about the movies. They're pure just getting revenge.
Yeah, I like the touch of it, too. It's not bad to have Richie's family involved. It just got way out of hand.
Well, yeah, we got 3 killers. It's a lot, and it's really, the story just didn't make enough sense to me in, like, real world. It was pretty clear I'm watching a movie that I didn't really like at this point.
You know what may have been able to work better if it was just like the brother-sister, not the father?
Yeah, I just have a hard time believing a family would ever be in on this type of thing.
Yeah, it's a lot. Anyways, so the dad, this whole warehouse actually is the dad's. He put it in those kids from the beginning's name. So this is his shrine to Richie.
Yeah, and he wants to kill them there, so then it's a full circle thing. Or,
yeah, he's gonna like. So he explained he's gonna like assassinate their. It's got really kind of crazy. Assassinate their character. So when the detective discovers when all the other cops come, Tara dead. They're gonna make Sam wear her father's mask, and then they'll say. So at first I thought they were gonna pin it on Sam, but then he said the whole plot was like they're gonna have. It's as if some dumb guy online read like on the internet that Sam's the killer. so he took matters into his own hands.
It seems needlessly complicated.
So, okay.
Hey, I watched this twice. Did not ever get that.
And I'm also like, okay, but like, you're going to have to explain why your whole family is involved in this. Like, your kids are involved, and like, come on, people are going to know you're the father of a serial killer. Like,
bro, if he replaced his daughter's body, he can do anything.
All right.
Like, if we're saying that's going to happen, anything's possible.
Well, let's get these main characters out of here. So,
sure.
So Sam and Tara now are in a tough spot. They're surrounded by 3 of the killers. All right. Remember, Kirby took a shot. Don't worry. Nobody dies.
Nope.
So what does Sam do? Surrounded. Well, she absolutely roasts Richie. She says he was a limp effer who cried out before I slit his throat.
Ooh, brutal.
I actually thought it was kind of funny. I was like, wow, that was a lot.
I mean, which is good, because it's like she's trying to get a reaction out of Richie's father.
Well, she gets a reaction out of Gwen, who rushes at her for the stab, only to have Tara knock her down with something she picks up and hits her with. Kirby shows back up, shoots the detective. Ethan then stabs Kirby, so she's taking a shot and gotten stabbed. But again, still fine. Sam then hits Ethan over the head and pulls out the knife from Kirby. So Kirby got stabbed, pulls the knife out to use.
I respect it. That's pretty gangster.
Yeah. Sam does some quick Ethan stabs. Sam has those weak, tiny stabs. I hate them. This is like a little, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that's similar to the 2 Ghostface when they killed our boy Chad.
Different.
Well, he didn't die.
Tara ends up falling over the railing, and we got us a cliffhanger situation.
Dude, I love the cliffhanger. This part was so corny, too.
Dude, I thought it was so lame. Like, Tara's hanging, like, you have to let me go. So, you know, it's all symbolic of their relationship, right? You got to let her go.
And the whole time, you know, they're not going to die. You just knew it.
Yeah, it's just dumb. So, and it's, again, Tara, they try to make her like badass. It's like, it's just not, whatever. So she ends up reaching up, grabbing Sam's knife, drops on top of Ethan, only to have Ethan stab her, to which she stabs him in the face. Mouth stab. Kills Ethan right there. He actually dies because he's a killer. Yeah. Killers die.
Which I'm like, yeah, sure, let's get through this.
Now, at the same time, Gwen is walking upstairs towards Sam. Sam finds a gun up there. Somebody dropped one. I don't even know. Grabs a gun, shoots her right in the head. Gwen's dead.
Oh, another one out.
Another one down. So now we just have the detective to deal with, all right?
Can I just say this real quick? You can see why having 3 killers can be problematic and how confusing this whole thing is.
Why?
Because it's just a lot. It's like there's 3 different people running around. You got this big group here too, which makes it mean less to me. I'm just like over it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that. Yeah. All right, so the detective's up here. Sam goes to shoot him. She's out of ammo. So he's got a gun on him, pointed at her. Apparently he doesn't want to pull the trigger though, because she just runs at him, tackles him. They crash down to the ground floor. Detective wakes up, but Sam's gone. He pulls out his gun, goes to the Hall of Screams, right, with all those mannequins, and then he just starts shooting mannequins as if she's going to be a mannequin.
I saw that too. I'm like, I get they look scary because they're old Ghostface mannequins, but clearly none of them are people, right?
Yeah, they have like the white mannequin face. It's not like she's going to get like painted white and be standing as a mannequin.
No, that was stupid.
Anyways, she makes the phone call and she's using the Ghostface voice changer. I got to be honest, at this point, it's played out in the movies of the flipping.
I know. And it was so obvious because she likes killing. She was going to do this. And so I'm like, all right, let's watch this.
So she ends up sneaking behind him and does, again, an amazing amount of short stabs on him. 20 quick ones, right?
Sure.
Then the detective's all, destroyed, and she's going for the final stab when Tara interrupts her. And then Sam explains, you know what? I'm not going to be like my father. But then Tara gives her one of these.
That's a head tilt.
The head tilts. And then Sam just stabs him through the eye.
Boom. That was Sam doing what she does best. She's a freaking killer. I don't know why they even did the thing I guess that's Tara signing off like, accept who you are.
Yeah, whatever.
Very meaningful, and who cares? We won't ever see these 2 again.
Yeah. Just when it appears to be over, Ethan jumps out, running full speed with a knife at him, but Kirby's ready and smashes him with Stu's TV.
Oh, that's a funny touch. It's good.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
Again, I don't care anymore, but...
All right, now let's get to the aftermath. The whole ambulance comes up, the crime scene's being investigated. Everyone's alive. The boyfriend's fine, obviously. He was outside the whole time. Gel's alive. Mindy shows up. I already mentioned this, looking like she hasn't even been injured at all. Chad somehow survived this double knife stabbing. So, whatever. Out of all of them, I'm glad Chad's alive, but it's just like there's no stakes anymore.
No, it almost honestly felt like, what was the point of watching that movie?
Yeah, the end.
Boom. That's it.
Final rating.
Well, I think I've told you guys most of how I feel about this. It just honestly boils down to, like, I'm just not interested. I don't know why. I mean, I think I've told you why. But at the end of the day, I don't really ever want to watch this movie. And especially knowing now that these directors aren't directing anymore in the future, I wonder if the new ones, if they're even going to use any of this.
I hope not.
Doesn't matter. Who cares? I didn't like it that much. I'm going to give this one like a 5.1. Not that interested. There were some cool things they did. They did surprise me with a couple things, but overall, just a dud.
Overall, the setting, like I said, I did like some parts. I like going to the frat parties. I didn't mind the whole New York thing, but like I said, it was like the first half of the movie I was into, and then it just dropped off where I'm like, let's just finish this. Characters, can't stand Sam and Tara as the main characters at all. I like some of the off ones. Mindy grew a lot on me in this movie. Her girlfriend could care less, and she got killed quick, so whatever. Chad, I think, is an awesome character. Even the killers I kind of liked, like Gwen and her Ethan. I thought they were kind of interesting. So there was parts I could kind of get into it, but the plot got so crazy with their dad being the killers. It got too unbelievable. And I know these movies are always like unbelievable in their own ways. Overall, I just got bored with it after a while, and I was just like, okay, I really don't care. When I don't care about the main characters that much, and when you see the stakes of these, nobody dies, it's like, F it then. Like, why do we care?
It kind of boils down with all the movies. Like, was it entertaining at all? And that's why I gave it a low score. I just didn't find it that entertaining. There's parts that were good. And like you said, the plot just, like, come on.
I mean,
doesn't make any sense.
And I got to just say again, have that boyfriend in this movie. Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It made no sense of why he was even there.
The overall, too, like the 3 killers I thought was interesting to do. But like having the dad as the detective, there's so much in this movie that you're like, it starts to just take leaps on. You know what I mean?
I just think 3's too many. I don't think you should do it.
Yeah, maybe not. Anyways,
I like that they tried to do something different. But to me, this one really lost the magic that I feel when I watch a Scream movie. This didn't feel like a Scream movie to me. I mean, I know it's Ghostface, and I know he's doing Ghostface-like things, but it didn't have that same vibe that the other ones have.
Well, when you get Ghostface in the bodega with a shotgun blowing off people's heads and stuff, you're kind of like, I don't know what this is at times. Like, but then at other points, like with Gel, like one person walks in the room, now he's gone. So it's like, are you going to be like a guy who just goes into like grocery stores and blows everyone away? Or are you going to be a guy who disappears when someone shows up? You know?
Well, you have to also think about you're dealing with different Ghostface.
That's true. That's true.
Because I think I assumed the police officer was the one who was in the bodega because he could handle the shotgun. He was menacing. That guy was brutal.
It could be.
Whereas I thought maybe the Gale one was the girl. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, overall, it was, I mean, every Scream movie is kind of fun. I mean, it's fun to watch. Like, I didn't hate it the first time watching through. Second time, I was definitely, like, bored after halfway. Overall, I'll give it, since you, 5.2? I think I'd give it, like, a 5.6.
Yeah. It's not, like, a bad movie. We've seen some bad movies. It just wasn't good. It wasn't entertaining to me.
For Scream, you can do better.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, if you want to see where it ranks, hang out with us for the Afterpod.
Yes, but before that, let's do some quick trivia. Okay.
I thought we were done with this.
No, I sprinkled in, but if there's a couple good ones, I'll throw it in here.
Okay.
So one of the film's marketing stunts caused a slight panic in early March 2023. People in Ghostface costumes were sent out various parts of the city. I forget which city they said this was. Oh, Sonoma, California. It was like a viral marketing ploy and ended up resulting in like the cops getting called like a ton of times.
Yeah, that seems like a dangerous thing to do.
And I left this other one in just because these reviews go long. Well, this movie went long as well. It's the longest film in the franchise. 2 hours, 3 minutes long. Could easily have been an hour and a half movie.
Dude, I think if they cut this thing down to like an hour 20, maybe I'll say an hour and a half, significantly better because there's just a lot of just fluff.
Yes. All right. Well, that's enough of our fluff. We're going to cap this one off. So we appreciate all you members. Thank you, everyone who watches this, hits the like, subscribe, any of that stuff. It's appreciated.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And we'll catch you guys later.
See ya.
See ya.